up, home bartenders? I recently restocked my favorite rum, Smith & Cross, and I figured why not make a video where we taste it, make a couple cocktails, and then I'll show you my favorite way to enjoy Smith & Cross. All right, let's do it. So what is Smith & Cross? Smith & Cross is a traditional Jamaican pot still rum. It doesn't have an age statement because it is a blend of a few different rums, but they're all 100% pot still, and they're typically aged 1 to 3 years, but that's why it doesn't have an age statement. Now, as kind of a general rule, most spirits that are pot stilled are going to be very punchy, very bold flavors. There's something about that old style of pot still distillation that is slightly less efficient than newer stills, but as a result, it creates spirits with lots of character. So this one's no exception. Let's taste it. So right on the nose, you get a lot of that kind of tropical fruit, banana, spices, baking spices, and that amazing quality that people just call that rum funk, or that Jamaican rum funk. And it's just a really punchy flavor that you don't find in a lot of rums. It's got a good bite because it is Navy strength. So it's 57%. So a really good bite. Typical kind of rum, molasses, brown sugar. Those spices are there, that fruit. Oh, and that wonderful funk. This is a fantastic rum to sip straight if you like those bold, punchy flavors. I'll take a Smith & Cross neat over a fancy $200 rum any day. This is so good, it's so flavorful and strong. I often compare Smith & Cross to Islay Scotch, not in terms of flavor. I mean, this is not smoky like Islay Scotch, but what I mean by that is that both Islay and Smith & Cross are like outliers of their respective categories. Islay Scotch is like the most punchy, the most bold type of Scotch you can get. Definitely not for a novice whiskey drinker, definitely an acquired taste. That's kind of what Smith & Cross is to rum. It's really a bold, punchy, different kind of rum that's not for the novice rum drinkers. If you like a rum that is smooth, sweet, and easy drinking, this one's not for you. But I do encourage it. Even if you're not gonna drink it neat, it makes amazing cocktails, which is what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna show you two awesome Smith & Cross cocktails, and then I'm gonna show you my favorite way to enjoy Smith & Cross. Let's do it. Okay, our first Smith & Cross cocktail, the Final Voyage. This is basically a riff on the last word, which is a equal parts family of cocktails using green chartreuse. So starting with 3/4 ounce of Jamaican pot still rum, Smith & Cross of course. We're then going to use 3/4 ounce of green chartreuse. I have here a local green chartreuse substitute because, you know, green chartreuse is getting very rare these days. So subs are popping up everywhere. Follow that up with apricot liqueur instead of the traditional maraschino. I make a homemade apricot, so check out that recipe. And finally, some lime juice. Give it some ice, flippy move, give it a good wacky shaky shake, and we're gonna double strain into a Nick and Nora, garnish with a lime peel. For our second drink today, the Kingston Negroni. So this is basically a standard Negroni recipe, but with Smith & Cross instead of gin. So 1 ounce of Smith & Cross or any pot still Jamaican rum. We've got 1 ounce of Campari, of course, or if you have another bitter red Italian liqueur, and 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. All right, we're gonna give that some ice. This is a stir drink, so get your wacky face and give it a good stir. Serving in a rocks glass. If you got a big rock of ice, that works best. I didn't. I recently got a nasty comment saying that I don't express my orange peels. I do, I just don't show it in the video, but you know, there you go. Happy? All right, guys, we're about to taste these cocktails, but before we do that, please smash that subscribe button, hit that little bell so you're notified when we release new content. And after this, I'm gonna show you my favorite way to use Smith & Cross, which I know is probably gonna piss off some people, but I don't care. But for now, let's taste our two cocktails, starting with the Final Voyage. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. There aren't too many spirits that can compete with Smith & Cross for flavor. Green chartreuse, in this case, a variant of green chartreuse, is definitely one of them. It's also high alcohol. It's also punchy flavors, but that Smith & Cross definitely comes through, and you do get both. You get the funk from the Smith & Cross. You get all those herbal notes from the green chartreuse, or in this case, the green chartreuse substitute. I'm just gonna call it green chartreuse. I mean, it's become kind of a category of its own, but now there's a bunch of substitutes available because, anyways, I'm off on a tangent here. Back to the drink. It's a little sweeter than your average last word variation because instead of the maraschino, we're using an apricot liqueur, which is much sweeter. If you want the maraschino in there, try the Wordsmith. The Wordsmith is basically the same cocktail with Smith & Cross, but instead of the apricot, we're back to the maraschino. So that one's just as good. I like this one. Oh, that's so good. All right, let's try the Kingston Negroni. I've had both of these. I love both of these. Negronis might be the class of drink that has the most variations, that I prefer the variations more than the original. I mean, every classic cocktail has so many variations, and often they're like, yeah, they're really, really good, but you can't beat the OG. The Negroni might be the opposite of that. I love the classic Negroni with gin, but the celebration cocktail with cognac, the Boulevardier with bourbon, the Kingston Negroni with Smith & Cross rum, its variations, I think, surpass the original. Absolutely. I mean, it's got the Campari, it's got the sweet vermouth, but then that funk from the rum. Any other rum here would just get buried in the Campari sweet vermouth, but because it's Smith & Cross, that funk, those strong, bold notes really do pop through. And now for my absolute favorite way to enjoy Smith & Cross, a classic rum and coke. I told you some people would hate me. Hear me out. Smith & Cross makes the best rum and coke you've ever had. It's a standard rum and coke, you get in a bar, they're using bottom shelf Bacardi rum. It's garbage. It doesn't add anything. It may as well be vodka. It's just adding alcohol to Coke, nothing else. Smith & Cross adds so much flavor. Oh my God. It really accentuates the vanilla notes. Those really come through. I didn't even mention vanilla in my tasting, but in the Coke, maybe it's from the Coke, but whatever. Vanilla comes through, that funk, that wonderful funk. Oh my God. It's just so incredibly good. And yes, I'm using Coke Zero. You don't have to. Oh, the chemicals. Shut up. So whether you're enjoying it neat, whether you're making a cocktail, or whether you're enjoying the best rum and coke you've ever had, honestly, get yourself a bottle of Smith & Cross. If it's available locally, I highly encourage it. And this is, honestly, I would never say this of any other spirit, but this is the one spirit that is underpriced. It is almost a steal how cheap this is compared to other spirits out there. Get yourself a bottle. It is really the best rum out there. Guys, if you want to see my review of, I compared this to Islay Scotch. If you want to see me review Lagavulin, my favorite Islay Scotch, check out this video right here. Otherwise, we're heading into summer and we've got lots of summer drinks, tiki drinks, all that good stuff. Check out this playlist right here. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers, everyone.